Delvin and Carmen, if you are SHUNing about the gate and the gate key, then you need to find that GERI, Jerry the landlord, who maybe gave out the keys. Who knows, right? All I know is that is not the original gate key that I had at move-in of myself. Somebody took out somehow the gate key was the gate doorknobs disappeared. All the gate doors were open with no doorknob. Yeah, and then at some point, after maybe some months, a new doorknob was installed that was a different key. The key was given to myself without me asking for it. And that's how I suppose I still, stay here using the key that I have for the front door here that is not with its original gate key. Well, the police are in the leverage, in the threatening that the police said get out elsewheres, and the landlording here at Fremont Gardens did give me keys. And I did not ask for them from here because it was Charles Toe who said, I found an apartment inside of apartment number 2, the Shields Apartments buildings in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's walking distance from here. So he's not allowed to say that inside of the apartment, but that's what I'm saying. I heard. And the police had already put on the door evictions notice, how many days notice to move out. It was not 30 days notice, and the police did not receive the rent check. Well, I'm not a police officer myself. I don't have a uniform to be a police officer. I made a police report even though I don't have a uniform to be a police officer myself. I made a police report in the year 2009, was it? Yeah, in the year 2009, I reported myself to the police. And then the police had been called by other people on myself. Yeah. But I made the call first. I reported myself to police first. After that, the police were called on myself. Well, so far I am okay. In 2009, I reported bank fraud to the police. I told them I cannot write the check, but because the police came I called the dispatcher and I said I cannot write the run check. The police checked the address from the dispatch, and they were right at the front door, and I had to write the run check. So what did I say to the dispatcher? I said the money was not offered. It's offered, but after no, the money was not offered from. You could say it's across state lines. So according to Mr. Brown's crime and punishment class, what is it? Crime and criminal justice. Crime and criminal justice, Homestead High School, Mequon, Wisconsin. This would be year 1994 or 1995. Mr. Brown, he said his first name is Gail, like a female's name, but he's Mr. Brown, yeah. I would give him the first name Howard. So his name would be Mr. Howard Brown, but he says it's Gail. Okay. So Mr. Brown says, um, if you are in one state and you cross the line to go to another state and you do a crime over there, yeah, that is doing a crime across state lines. That is a federal offense. Well, I called the police on that. Somebody asked me to do that. Yeah, and the police checked my address. They should because I'm not in Wisconsin. But when they checked the address, they coerced my signature to write a bank fraud check. And I am in the bank fraud. I'm still alive this way. Doing bank fraud, no thank you. But it's the police did not arrest me because I reported myself. Was in not in the bank at the time. It was in Ogden Pines Apartments building at the time of the call, and they checked the address and found I was not in the bank. Well, I cannot help it. You are pressing all the threatening on myself, and I am the soul. It is my money. Yeah, I don't want to pay it out. The police don't actually solve that problem with the call. Yeah, you have to have leverage that the police are watching the landlording by that they don't leave the office where the rent check is accepted. Did the police leave the office? They could stay if they want, but they leave. So why is the office taking money and it's called an office? Because it's not a bank taking the money. So the police leave the office taking the money? I'm not sure that's the order. The police leave the bank taking the money because the bank holds the money. But why is the police are leaving the office that takes the money from me and I'm not in the bank? Approximately, I'm going to die because the police leave the office taking the money. Yeah. Well, I'm the one who doesn't owe the money. So they owe all the other problems because it's not a problem that I don't pay the money. I don't owe the money. I am the soul. Superior founder died by police having guns in public and coercing my signature between the years 2009 and 2025, but I'm not making signatures at this time. But I have old signatures that are still in leverage with apartments, referrals. They have referrals from one apartment to another. I have to fill in rental history. Yeah, I am the soul. You want me to tell you my rental history? Sure. I am master of the universe, but it's not enough money to pay your landlording charges. I'm deceased right here. Omniscience is as big as I am. So, but you go after my omniscience with that I need small things for myself and I need them daily, I need them right on time. You go after what I need for myself and you move everything around what I need for myself. And then you don't know myself is omniscient. It doesn't know because I don't have that I could even do something with myself for myself and make any sort of uh, wave in the public. I can't really do that because you don't understand my needs. How do you know what the word need means? Yeah. You don't need needs because I am myself not really doing alive. I have needs. Yes, I have needs. I sleep in public. I need to sleep in public. I can't help it. It falls asleep. It's unconscious for hours at a time. And I need sleep, and I have needs about that I sleep in public. And I can't change that. It's an order that I have needs. America Online. Internet used to be dial up internet. So in Mequon, Wisconsin, the condominium I lived in, it had how many, maybe 3 years, or 1998, 1999, and 2000. It had those years America Online dial up internet. Uh, that is how I got to Arizona, and I'm still alive here, and there's no dial up internet anymore. Yeah, Arizona. Well, I'm in Nevada now, but it was Arizona. uh, so, America Online, instant message received asking me about your needs, right? And describing me as having some kind of needs for something illegal. Yeah, I don't live in my house anymore because it was illegal to receive a message that was um, asking for doing something illegal in public. So you don't use the internet for that. And then doing something illegal in public. I can't go to prison because I see that there is possibility to do something illegal in public. If you are doing something illegal, you are due inside of a prison, so that is threatening yourself that you did it. Well, you need to be in the prison with the deceased address, and the reason you do something illegal inside of a prison with deceased address is that you need to die out of the prison, and it's illegal to be in a prison in with a deceased address. It's illegal to be in there, so you have to die out of there. So you do something illegal to die out of there. But if you are illegally in public, because you are due in a prison, you don't do something illegal in public to go into a prison. If you have to do something illegal, you have to announce that you need to be in a prison where you can do something illegal. Delta Ta Delta fraternity from University of Wisconsin, or anywhere. So it's Greek. Delta Ta Delta. The reason I know about that place is because of, well, there's a house, and then what else? It's an organization of houses. Well, it's for males. Yeah, if you have a dong genital. If you have a penis genital, you are not allowed in Delta Ta Delta. Everybody out. So that's how I'm going to answer the instant message I received by somebody who says they are in Delta Ta Delta fraternity. I did not ask. That was the identification of why I didn't know who sent the message. Yeah. If you have a penis, and if you are alive, you have a penis, or the feminine castration of a penis, you are not allowed in Delta Ta Delta. Your penis puts you out. And that is my sexual needs. Yes, my sexual needs is that if you have a penis, you are not in Delta Ta Delta. So delta ta delta and Greek. That is for if you have a dung genital or the feminine castration of a dung genital. So everybody Greek, everybody out. Oh, and that includes you, Cheryl, Cheryl, Cheryl Nan Odesky, Odesky. And if you want to use the bank fraud Moser, that's dismissed by you are the feminine castration of a penis, and you are not allowed an 85, and you are not allowed to have your 85 photography in my house because that's illegal. You do not have a castration of a dong genital, that's not allowed. You are the castration of a penis genital to be female, and you are not allowed an AE5. Well, then you are also not allowed to be a bank fraud of my last name, Moser. Yeah, you are wrong that way. Would you decease, and if you are not able to get an unclean death in public because that's where you arrived, then you need to make your way to a prison with a deceased address, and then you need to try and get a death in there out of the address. But you are ever frustrated. I will say this for Cheryl because she has too much karma. Cheryl Odesky, you have too much karma being in public, trying to get a death in public. You are due if you are finding yourself illegally alive. You don't know what to do. That is, you need to go to a jail and try to get into a prison to decease the address because the address is keeping you illegally alive. That means you need to decease the address. You cannot really die your body unless you go into some place where the address is deceased, which would be upstate, and then it would be a prison. And when you are in there, once you get there, then you wait for God to decease the address on a point. You have to fight with God in there about why you want to die in there, and He will decease the address and He will kill you. That's what's wrong with that. I cannot tell you that myself because I am not to be murdered by God. Or you, that's worse. You want to chew up all my keys, and the banking and things that I do, like for work in public for food. You want to chew up all that money with your loitering, and you are not a Moser, you are Odesky. You don't have deceased out of Odesky. Well, that's Odesky puts you in jail and prison, and if you don't know, you didn't get there, maybe you need to be homeless until you get trespassed, and you go to jail and prison that way. Yeah. It's not due to chew up a key because you don't know how to be yourself. And then it's even more unpay or worse. You don't want to chew up my keys because you don't know how to go to jail and prison. Are you threatening me that I did not help you? Okay, this is how I can help you, but it's not really help. I am disclosing my leverage at myself deceased here. I don't have any sort of motion for you to help yourself. It will not help me at this time. So what I'm saying is over my mental capacity elsewhere. But my mental capacity elsewhere is deceased, and I am right here. I am right here. I don't have any deficiencies, and that God is speaking here to enhance my leverage. No, I am deceased out of the threatening. I am not going to jail for you. And then the body is still caught in the door locking. And then the creator of myself is speaking because it will exactly decease me, take my genitals out of the door locking, physically out. So the creation of myself is speaking about that leverage. The soul wouldn't exactly do that because it sleeps. Yeah, so I sleep and I can't really get out of my genitals because I sleep, is unconscious and not aware of where I am in my genitals when I'm sleeping. From your point of view, from my point of view, is really not alive. That is what is speaking now. The overlord is disclosing leverage, which is a little beyond or elsewhere with the creation of myself about how in leverage I will go out of the door locking and out of alive. That is the overlord that will actually physically move the body out of alive. So I say some things that are over the mental capacity of myself deceased. As the soul is also none higher than me deceased. So I'm not holding back from you elsewheres that you made threats to me. I am not different here. I am after that. It's not really progress. It's ascended. Yeah. Ascended from low to up, to going up. So who is doing that is the creation of myself that will be taking the body out of the door locking in all due process all the way thoroughly all the way up. Yeah. Yes, I made the threatening once. Did I say it again after that? I said it to the camera and I posted it on YouTube. The threatening ones, I made it, I was pressed. I was homeless. Yeah, I was homeless, and so somebody had a knife. Somebody had a knife, but they didn't pull the knife on me. But he pulled the knife on somebody else in front of me. Yes, he did. And I said, I am not going to jail for somebody named Noah Ricken, age 15, is what he said at the time. Homestead High School. I don't know if you want to give Noah Ricken's real age. I will accept it from Homestead High School. Mequon, Wisconsin. It was my impression that Noah Ricken was age 15 at the time. Now he threatened too that I would have to go to jail, turn myself into jail alone for that I did something wrong to, I don't know, myself, I guess. But I am not going to jail for you, Noah Ricken, age 15. You are a child molester being in the aging of a child, but you are also due to disclose to the school that you are not actually alive on your birthday all the way through maybe age 15 or whatever your real age is. Because if he arrived at what I think is age 15, he does not have the consumption that I do, which is I was alive between ages 3 and 16 at the time I met this Noah Ricken person. I was 16 years old. But I have continuous alive between age 3 and 16. And so who knows that? Joellen Myroff knows that. And Noah Ricken and Joellen Myroff do know each other through myself. So Joellen is supposed to tell Noah that I am very young. And Noah's illegally alive right there. She would know that I would not because I am the soul. It doesn't know. And they are supposed to talk about that in front of me. And they were angry, unfortunately. Now, Benji Pearlstein, you too. She calls him Ben. Joellen calls Benji Pearlstein Ben Pearlstein. But Benji did not say that to me. I am see him. He is Benji to me. Yeah, but I don't know if he recognized me. My appearance changed a lot. Yeah, but I know him. He looks the same. Benji Pearlstein grew up from age. So Camp JCC would have been like 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old. So I knew him somewhere in there when he was 5, 6, or 7 years old. And then I saw him again when he was about 14. And so it's that big of a difference in time, but he looks the same. I know who he is. I don't know if he knows me that way because my appearance changed a lot. Joellen knows me all the way through, though. Joellen was in my school, so she knows what my appearance looks like as small and also older. Growing. So I remember Joellen from kindergarten, K5, and from Mrs. Koenig's class, second grade, but that's not my class. My class was across the hall. We went in there to see Mrs. Koenig had some chicks. She hatched she hatched chickens. Like a little yellow bird. She hatched birds in there. Sorry, it's school. It's public school. She did it. She hatched something in there. That's why our class went over there to see what she was doing with that she hatched like chickens in there. She had eggs in a incubator, and then she had Joellen. It's Joellen's class. Yeah, not mine. No, my class didn't have any animals in there. No, this is Joellen's class, Mrs. Koenig's class. Uh, so Konik, Mrs. Koenig. Yeah. Did she have guinea pig too? Maybe guinea pigs too? So it looked like fish tanks, but have animals in there. Yeah. I like not speak English with that. It was Donwood Elementary School. And then I know Joellen also from Bayside Middle School. And then Joellen went to Nicolay High School. I know her at gymnastics there, but I did not go to Nicolay High School myself because I lost my house. Yes, a realtor came to my house, so I went to Mequon and went to Homestead High School. I met all of the students over in Mequon. They were all new to me. I didn't know them. Who followed over there? Okay, who I'd met before. Jill Van Girl, I know her from my first school. So isn't she from Dunwood too? Or Bayside? Okay, Jill Van Girl from Dunwood or Bayside. I know Jessie Foss from Dunwood. They went to my new schools in Mequon. Anyone else? Jonathan Ellis, yeah. He was there. Benji Pearlstein, he went a little. But I don't know Benji from school. I know him from camp. And then anybody else in Mequon? Rebecca Coleman. Yeah. Well, her name is Jessie, but it's Rebecca, but it's Becky. She goes by Becca or Rebecca, but I am Becky. She does not use Becky. She doesn't use that name. I saw her in Mequon. Me question, Mom, why don't I look like you? I didn't say Mom, did I? No, she's Mom after that. I said, why don't I look like you? And she said, you're adopted. Who? Donna. She's Donna after that. She named herself Donna. It doesn't live in my house. Otherwise, is she in my house? She's trespassing. She doesn't have a name. She named herself Donna and stayed in my house. Yeah, why don't I look like you? I think there's a whole town named Mequon after the question. Why didn't she just move there and live there someplace? Me question, why don't I look like you? She's not my problem. I don't know how to say it. That was one of the first things I said to her ever. Yeah, why don't I look like you? She became Mom after Cheryl was there. I did not call her anything until Cheryl called her Mom. Yeah, it was Mom after that because Cheryl was wrong that way. How did I find out her name was Cheryl? Yeah, I don't know. She did not say, hi, my name is Cheryl. She didn't say that. I heard her being called in the house. Todd Suker and Mr. Eddie Bookstaff. You are hysterical people. I am putting down the leverage, what it is to threaten somebody that you can hear God talking to you. I'm going to post it on YouTube so that you stop talking to me about myself and that you speak for God, that God make you say impossible things. Yes, your impossible things, make a record of it and keep it to yourself. Or if you can, post it on the internet. I suppose you can. But you're really not supposed to touch anything. You are due in jails and prisons because I didn't form you myself. I am Jesus is elsewhere, and I did not form you here. You have to have a stop on yourself because I am not yourself. Jesus, it's Joel if I'm alive. It's Jesus is not alive if you know about it. It's illegal to know. That's why it's like a dead body hanging there. That's illegal to know about Jesus. That's you need to be elsewhere so you don't know Jesus. I'm not a Christian. If anything, Jewish because it's Joel. Joel is the Jew, but I'm not really Jewish at this point. I am none higher than me, deceased right here. So who is responsible for making all of you? Somebody named Joel space Cohen. So capital letter Joel space capital Cohen. That is somebody with a dung genital who cannot afford what you just did to himself. You gave him so much karma, he will never get born again because of you. Well, never is a long time for that. He's not alive here himself with a penis. He does not have a penis. Yeah. Well, so that is who you are billing for your karma. If you think it's me, it's Joel, and he's not really myself here. I am Joel Johl. He is Joel Joel, and his last name is Cohen. I don't have a last name as Joel myself. It's Joel the Jew or whatever. Jew Jew. So anyone shop at Kohl's, Kohl, because that's named after Joel, Johl, but it's key in the Joel. And then it's all sorts of material things in public in the Kohl's, like you can buy clothes at Kohl's, or what about bedding or towels or shoes? There's Kohl's here in Nevada. I thought I didn't really like that at first because Kohl's is in Wisconsin, and that's supposed to be Herb Kohl's problem. Senator Herb Kohl from state of Wisconsin. He's a senior senator that is retired at this time, and there are other senators in his place. Why did he die or not? We don't know. Where is? He's very old. He's a senior citizen now, very old. So Herb Kohl, there must be others, but that's the one that was the senator. And I never asked him. I had the chance, but I never asked him. What about Kohl's food and Kohl's department stores? Because you're a senator, but those stores are open. Yeah. What about? Why is your last name Cole? He's not really Cole that way. He's really doing prison. I saw him at the NBA Milwaukee Bucks games. He had season tickets and seating that was a few steps away, maybe 10 steps down in the arena, Bradley Center. Senator Herb Kohl, my life was a disaster and I was just 10 rows back from you. If you're a Wisconsin senator, what are you going to do for the state? Because I don't live there anymore. It didn't matter that there was the whole place, Bradley Center's full of people every time I see Senator Cole. Are they there for who? For him because he's a senator, or for me because I'm the soul? And it's true that he's Cole and I'm soul. It's my food and my clothes, but I don't have any keys from Herb Cole. He didn't give me any keys in front of my dad. Herb Cole, you don't want to give me keys in front of my dad because he's right there sitting with me at the Bucks games. And you didn't give me any keys because why? What's wrong with me having a dad, Senator Cole? Why does my dad have keys and I don't? My dad has keys at the Bucks games and I don't have keys at the Bucks games. No, I don't have keys at the Bucks games. Has Senator Herb Cole sitting 10 rows away from me and I can see you. I know who you are. So that would have been years 1990s high school. Yeah, I was full height when I saw Senator Herb Cole. He was a fight with my dad was also an old man like himself. You two need to be in prison together. But we are past that now.